Hare Krishna. Let us continue with the series of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Last time we discussed about Haridas Thakur. This time we will see how there is a change in Lord Nimai. Last time Haridas Thakur was thrown into the streams of Ganges by the Mohammedans and they harassed him, but he was in meditation, he was in trance. After some time, he just came out of the water, regained his consciousness, and started walking towards Fulia, one village. And he was chanting constantly the holy names. When the people saw this, when all the Muslims they saw this, they understood that Haridas Thakur was not an ordinary person. He was an elevated soul. So Haridas Thakur came directly to Nawab. So Nawab said, now I can understand that even after trying so much to kill you and murder you, but you are still alive, and on top you are still chanting the holy names blissfully, and nobody could harm you under any circumstances. Now we can understand that you are not an ordinary person. You are an elevated saintly person. You are seeing the Supreme Lord in everyone's heart. Please forgive me. Haridas Thakur forgave him and went to Fulia. There he went into the assembly of Brahmanas and said, actually I heard blasphemy of the Lord. That is why I was punished by the Lord. Anyone who hears blasphemy of the Lord, he goes to hell. But Haridas Thakur forgave them, the guards who beat him in 22 marketplaces. But the Lord did not forgive them. The guards who tortured him were all destroyed by the Lord. So the Lord cannot tolerate blasphemy of a devotee, although the devotee may forgive those people who offend him. Now we shall see how Nimai goes to Gaya, Bangladesh, to offer oblations to his father. There he took his mother's permission, and along with his disciples he went to Gaya. There he pretended to have a severe fever, and so many medicines were given to him, but nothing worked, and everyone was worried about him. The fever was rising up and up, up and up, and at last they couldn't do anything. So at last Nimai told his disciples, you can go and get the water that has been washed, the feet of a Brahmana, water that has been washed by the feet of the Brahmana, that water you get for me. So the disciples, they went, the students, not the disciples, the students of Nimai, they went to a Brahmana's house who was a devotee, a pure devotee, and they washed his feet, and that water he drank, and Nimai felt refreshed. This is how Nimai showed everyone that how elevated and important and worshipable is a devotee Brahmana is. Then he went to Brahmakund and he bathed there, and then he went to Vishnupad, a temple where there are lotus feet of Lord Vishnu. In that temple there is Vishnu's lotus feet which are worshipped by thousands and thousands of Brahmanas, and thousands of people come to pay obeisances and take blessings. So the Brahmanas were worshipping these lotus feet with flowers, incense, clothings, perfumes, so many things, eatables. And the Brahmanas were saying, Lord Shiva always holds these lotus feet close to his heart. They are life and soul of Lakshmi Devi. The Supreme Lord blessed Bali Maharaj by placing them on his head. Just a moment of sincere meditation on the lotus feet of Lord Vishnu can save you from hell. they were telling the people that it is your good fortune that you are seeing these lotus feet of the Lord. Mother Ganges sprang from the lotus feet of the Lord. And all the surrendered souls always hold them deep into their hearts. Lord Gauranga, who is Nimai, was in ecstasy. Tears were flowing from his eyes. At that time, Iswar Puri entered there. They knew each other before. They had met each other before. They embraced each other. And they were filled with ecstatic love of Lord Hari, Lord Krishna. Both discussed the topics of Krishna. Ved Vyas will be describing these discussions between these two great personalities in future. Then Nimai took initiation from Iswar Puri. And now the time was approaching for him to reveal to the world the reason for his incarnation. We have discussed before why Lord Gauranga appeared to this earth. He wanted to spread the holy name into this world, to deliver all the people, all the living entities of this world. So the now time was coming. The now time had come for him to reveal his actual reason why he appeared there. At that time, symptoms of love of Godhead started emanating from his body. And he started losing his external consciousness. And he started going deep into the meditation of Lord Krishna. He is Lord Krishna himself. But he had come personally in the guise of a devotee to describe everyone how we should perform devotional service to Lord Krishna. So, as he was chanting his Ishta mantra, he was lost in meditation. And then he started lamenting, "My dear Lord Krishna, where are you? You are my life and soul. You have stolen my heart. But now, where have you left me and gone? Where can I find you, Krishna?" In this way, he wept very, very bitterly. And he rolled on the ground. Nimai's serious students, they all came running to take care of him. But he was so restless, no one could control him. And then he told all of them, "I want to go to Mathura and I want to search Krishna Chandra." Then one day, without telling anyone, he slipped out of the house and cried out, "Oh Krishna, where are you? Where are you? Where can I find you?" He travelled some distance. Actually, he wanted to go to Mathura. In this way, he had left the house. But he heard a divine sound coming. And that sound told him, "Do not go to Mathura, O Nimai. You will go to Mathura in future. Return to Navadvip. You are the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and you have come to the material world along with your associates to liberate everyone. You will propagate chanting of the holy names throughout the world, and you will freely distribute the precious gift of love of Godhead to everyone. We are your servants, and our duty is to remind you of your mission." The Lord was happy. He returned to Gaya, and then he returned to Navadvip with his disciples. When Lord returned to Navadvip, there was a drastic change in his behavior. Earlier we saw how he was scholarly and he was arrogant and he used to debate with everyone and defeat everyone. But now he was showing the symptoms of a humble, pure devotee with ecstatic love. And then everyone, whoever hears this narration of Lord Nimai going to Gaya, will the love for Lord Gauranga will be filled in their hearts. And one can associate with Krishna simply by hearing about his glories, about his transcendental pastimes. So, the author Vrindavan Das Thakur says, "I can narrate these pastimes of the Supreme Lord because Lord Nityananda is sitting in my heart. That is why he is saying that I am empowered to speak about these pastimes. So in Navadvip, everyone could see the transformation in Lord Nimai. And crowds of people came to see him. And to them, Nimai described the glories of the lotus feet which he had seen in Gaya. And as he was describing, he was becoming restless. He was shivering, and on his skin there were goosebumps. And he lost all the taste for mundane things and was constantly absorbed in thoughts of Krishna. Mother Sachi could not understand this transformation. All the devotees in Navadvip were happy to see the change in Nimai. They were saying, something wonderful has happened. Nimai Pandit has become a devotee. There is no arrogance in him. He has become so humble and detached. And news of Vishwambar's transformation was spread, widespread all over. So many people came to see him. But he didn't show any trace of high learning. Mother Sachi prayed to Krishna, my dear Krishna, my husband is no more. My son, elder son, has left the house. Now only Nimai is left with me. If he also leaves the house, he also takes up renounced order, then how will I live? Please, I pray unto your lotus feet. Please let Nimai stay with me in my house. Let him stay healthy and well. I am helpless and alone. She prayed to Lord Krishna. In this way, Lord Nimai wanted to induce everyone that worldly education is not the ultimate goal, but the perfection of knowledge is to attain the attachment to the lotus feet of Lord Krishna. Devotional service is the king of all knowledge, and it is most confidential knowledge which begins from understanding the difference between body and the soul. Therefore, Lord Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, chapter 9, text 2, Rajavidya Rajakuyam Pavitram Idam Uttamam Pratyaksha Dharmam Susukham Kartum Avyayam. He says, this knowledge is the king of education, the most secret of all secrets. It is the purest knowledge, and because it gives direct perception of the self by realization, it is the perfection of religion. It is everlasting and it is joyfully performed. In this way, Lord Nimai showed that mundane education, mundane scholarship is not the ultimate goal, but the real education is to understand devotional service to Lord Krishna. That is the culmination of all education. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.